Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, where we cover everything LEGO gaming. In this video, we're going to be showing off the Xbox Series X, the next-gen console from Microsoft. So I was lucky enough to get one here on launch day, and I'm going to be showing you guys the LEGO games running on this console. So this is going to be kind of a video why I think this is the best console to play the LEGO games on. Obviously, I guess PC would be the best because you have access to like every LEGO game. But here you have access to almost all of them since like 2006, which is insane. I'm going to be showing maybe 4 or 5 different LEGO games running on this console, and I'm going to be showing off the new Quick Resume feature where you can switch between different games seamlessly, and you can pick up right where you left off. So I'm going to be testing it out with, again, like 4 or 5 different LEGO games. I'm mainly going to be doing some LEGO Star Wars stuff because we have the new Skywalker Saga coming out later in 2021. And yeah, this is going to be a great console to play Skywalker Saga on as well, because I think this is the only console that's confirmed to run Skywalker Saga at 4K 60 frames per second, which is insane. So I don't think they've confirmed that for PS5 yet, but maybe it will. We'll have to see. So we're going to go ahead and go into My Games and Apps, and I actually have a whole group created of just LEGO games. And I've got almost all of the compatible LEGO games installed on here. I'm missing a few. But yeah, except for, I think, the original LEGO Star Wars game from 2005, this LEGO Star Wars, a video game, that was on like the original Xbox. That one is not compatible. And then LEGO Lord of the Rings from 2012, that one's not compatible either. But they could always make those compatible later on. We'll have to wait and see next year. But yeah, so yeah, we have LEGO Star Wars 2 from 06, Complete Saga, Indiana Jones, and just all these games. It's insane. So we're going to test out LEGO Force Awakens to start off with, and we're going to see how fast this thing loads. This is all installed on an SSD, so it should be insane loading times. So yeah, let's go ahead and start off with The Force Awakens. And there's the splash screen. Wow. It just went right to the language select here straight away, and you can already tell it's way faster than running this on an Xbox One. And we'll have to see here, and it's already past the second splash screen there, and now we're already on the logos. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. And another feature you're actually going to get on this console is Auto HDR, and I think you get this on the Series S too. But you have to remember the Series S doesn't have a disc drive, so you'd have to buy all your LEGO games digitally for that one. I'm a physical disc person. But yeah, you get Auto HDR. If you don't know what that is, HDR is high dynamic range. And if you've bought a TV probably in the last 4 or 5 years or so, you probably have HDR. And it's basically just a feature that enhances the colors. And usually games have to be built for it, so like a lot of new games are built for it. I think LEGO DC Supervillains has it. But yeah, so even if a LEGO game doesn't support it, this console will kind of create a kind of pseudo version of HDR for these games to run on. So I can't show that off on a YouTube video, but yeah, this game, even though it didn't have HDR, the Xbox Series X and S can actually give it HDR to kind of enhance the colors on it. And you get that on top of the load times and all the performance enhancements. Alright, so we're already back up here on the main menu. This game kind of has a long, you have to watch a bunch of logos at the beginning, so that really didn't have to do much with the loading. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and load into a level here, like the hub world, and we'll see how fast that loads. So it's connecting to the LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens server. I'm actually doing a mini-kit guide on this this game currently, so if you guys want to check that out, if you haven't 100% this game yet, if you want to do it before Skywalker Saga, now is the time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit OK. And now we are on the loading screen for the second, I think this is, yeah, Chapter 2 of the game, Escape from the Finalizer. I was just recording the mini-kit guide for this level. And we'll see, okay, we can already skip, and wow, we're already in the game. So what was that, maybe about 3-4 seconds load time? So that's insane. So we're going to go ahead and pause this game, and now we're going to switch out to another LEGO game. We're going to go back into, let's go back into My Games and Apps, and let's go ahead and run LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. That's a classic LEGO game, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out the disc, and I will be right back. Alright, so I just put LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga into the Xbox Series X. I put the disc in, so let's go ahead and start this up. I've never played this game before on this console. I've never played any of these games on this console. This is all like a completely cold boot up. So look at that, we're already booted up into past the splash screen, already getting the Xbox 360 boot up here. And this is insane. Like, we're playing a game from 2007 on a 2020 console. You can put the disc in from 2007. It's insane. This is actually my first time running an Xbox 360 game on the Series X as well. So far so good. We're getting right into the menu here. Wow, this is this is like faster than PC, I think. This is crazy. All right, so yeah, we're already in the main menu. Oh, for some reason Xbox Live is grayed out. I'm not sure. I guess I'm not signed in or something. Okay, so I had to sign into my Xbox Live account. I had never done this since this is the first time I'm running an Xbox 360 game on the Series X. So yeah, here's my 100% save file, and we're just going to load this up, and we're going to see how fast we can get into the game here. And there's the old Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. And man, the colors look great on here too. Like it's all upscaled in 4K, and you get the auto HDR, which again you guys can't see on the video. But yeah, so we're already here on the hub world, and we're gonna load into a level just to see how fast it can load. Because this is a complete saga, the classic negotiations. We got to do that, and we'll go ahead and do free play. We'll just select Qui-Gon for now, and we'll see how fast it'll let us just skip the title scroll here. And wow, we're already in. It was instant. There was basically no loading at all. As soon as it showed the text, we were able to go. So that's insane. So we're going to go ahead and back out now. And we're going to get another third LEGO game running on this thing. And yeah, so I think next we will do... What game do you guys want to see next? Let's do the Clone Wars. So we'll do lots of Star Wars because the Skywalker Saga is coming up. So yeah, let's go ahead and run LEGO Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars. And I'm going to go ahead and swap out the disc, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put the disc in, and now we're going to start up LEGO Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars, and see how fast it goes. So there is the splash screen, and look at that, we're already at the Xbox 360 boot up. So yeah, there's pretty much no waiting on this console when you're playing these old LEGO games. Like, it's just instant boot up. Like, every loading screen just goes away immediately. So there we have the little title screen there of all the TT Games logo, LucasArts, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And we'll see how fast we can get right into the main menu here. And boom, we're already here. So everything was pretty much instant. And we'll do what we did with the complete saga. We'll load up our save file, and all your save files carry over as well. As long as you have those on your Microsoft account, you just log in, and you'll be able to pick up right where you left off. Even if you're like on Xbox 360 right now. So there we go. We have Anakin Skywalker. And here we go, we're already in the game. So let's go ahead and load up a level just to see if it's like instant like it was in the complete saga. So let's see here, mission select. Let's do Zillo Beast, why not? Just because that's the first one I see here. I think that was probably selected from when I was doing my top 5 boss battle or worst boss battle. I think this was included on there. Alright, so here we are, we have the titles crawl, and we'll see how fast it lets us skip. And we're already in the game. So yeah, there's basically no loading screen. It has to show the loading screen just because it's part of the game, but you can just skip it. And yeah, we're already in. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pause this, go back out to My Games and Apps, and I think next we're going to run a more modern LEGO game. We're going to do LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. This is from 2017. This game was actually enhanced for the Xbox One X, so this is kind of a more modern game to test things out with. So I'll be right back as I swap out the disc. Alright, so I got LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 disc in there. Let's go ahead and boot it up. This is actually the LEGO game I'm working on right now. I'm playing this game, trying to 100% it. So I actually will be playing this game quite a bit. And again, this is an Xbox One X game, so this is actually more modern. It's not like we're going back to Xbox 360 like the other games. Well, I guess Force Awakens was an Xbox One game as well. So yeah, again, we're instantly booting up. It's syncing our data. It's basically pulling my save file from my Xbox Live account. And look at this, we're already in the game. We got the logos. Now this game does have this long boot up that you can't skip, similar to the Force Awakens game, where it just shows like, what is it, the Guardians of the Galaxy flying across the screen with the music and everything. And I'm sure the game's already done loading in the background. It's just, it forces you to watch this for whatever reason. I guess because they want you to see the LEGO game logo and the TT Games logo and all that. But I don't want to skip anything because I want to show, just how long it takes to get into these games. And this really has nothing to do with the Series X. It's just the way TT Games designed it, with this unskippable cutscene every time you boot up the game. But as you'll see here, once we have the game booted up, we actually won't have to watch this cutscene again because of the quick resume feature. And alright, we are already in the game. Sweet. So we're going to go ahead and load up our save file. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the past 2 games, where I'm going to boot up a level and to see if there's any sort of loading screen. On this game, there's the J. Jonah Jameson loading screens where it shows, well actually, here, we don't have to do that because we can see a loading screen here. This is loading up the open world of Chronopolis. So I guess we'll just do this instead of loading up a level. So we got the loading bar at the bottom. And we actually are getting a little bit of loading here on the Xbox One version of this game, which is interesting. And we'll see how fast it goes. And it's going to be maybe like a 10 to 15 second load time on Chronopolis. And let's see. And we're already in. Okay, so yeah, it was definitely a lot faster. There was a load time there, but it was way faster than it would have been on Xbox One on like the old hard drive. And I thought I wanted, let's go ahead and boot up a level just to see how fast So we'll boot up Castle Hassle, why not? Yeah, let's go into free play, select our character, and again, we'll see, it'll play that J. Jonah Jameson cutscene, and we'll see if we can just skip it right away, similar to what it was doing on the Star Wars games. So there's J. Jonah Jameson, and we can't skip it just yet. I keep tapping A to skip. And let's see, and now we can skip. It's Y to skip, okay. And now we're getting, and we're already playing, okay, so that we're already in the gameplay now. So yeah, that was about 5 seconds. It was a little bit longer than the old Star Wars games from like 10 years ago, but still, it's near instant loading. Alright, so with all of that, I think we're going to back out of this, and now we're going to go back into Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, which was the first game I showed off in this video. And I'm going to swap out the disc again, and you'll see if the quick resume feature works. So I'll be right back as I swap out that disc. Alright, so the Force Awakens disc is back in. Let's go ahead and boot up the game, and you can see there at the top right of the screen, quick resume. So this is where we don't even have to boot up the game again. This is going to be a completely fresh boot from where we were. And look at this, we're right back into the game, right where we left off at the beginning of the video, which is insane. So we're going to go ahead and go back through, and we'll swap back out to another game, I guess Lego Star Wars 3, that's the one we did next. And we'll be able to pick up right where we left off on that game as well. And unfortunately, it does take a little bit longer with the way I'm doing it because I buy all my games on disc. But you can imagine if you have all these games digitally, you won't even have to swap the disc. You can just switch between them instantly. So I'll be right back as I swap the disc. Alright, so the Lego Star Wars 3 disc is now inserted. Let's go ahead and do this. And yep, we got quick resume at the top right of the screen. And we'll be able to pick off, yep, right where we left off here on the Zillo Beast level. So this is insane again, and then I could switch back to the Force Awakens game if I wanted. So you can really play a whole bunch of games at the same time. The limit is kind of varies. These are older, smaller games, so I imagine you would be able to run maybe like 5 to 10 of these games at once. So you could play a bunch of different Lego games if you wanted to. And it's really helpful. Like say your friend wants to play a game and you jump out to play some, Call of Duty or something with them, then you could switch right back to your Lego game that you're playing. It's pretty crazy. So again, we could go back and boot up the other games like Lego Marvel 2 and pick up right where we left off as well. But one last game I do want to check out is the Lego Ninjago movie game. This game ran terribly when I played it a few months ago. Like on the Xbox One X, just in the open world, I remember the frame rate would drop to like 20 FPS. So I'm kind of curious. I'm not sure if the Xbox Series X will fix it or not, but I'm kind of curious to run this game on the Series X. So I will be right back, and we're going to run Ninjago. Alright, so here we are in Lego Ninjago, the movie game. This is probably one of the lesser known Lego games. I didn't think it was a very good game, but I just remember the frame rate running terribly on this game. And so far, like around this fire especially, I remember it lagging on the Xbox One X. But here on the Series X, it seems to be running at a stable 30 FPS. Unfortunately, the game is locked to 30 FPS, so you can't go beyond that. But yeah, it definitely seems to be running smoother. So yeah, just like I was saying, this is the best place to play Lego games in terms of consoles. And we'll go ahead and boot back out of Ninjago. I'll probably never play that game again unless I do like a guide for it or something. But yeah, so with the Xbox Series X, you're getting all these Lego games. You can quick resume in and out of them, switch back up right where you left off. It's pretty crazy. And the quick resume actually even works when you turn your console off. So you can turn your Xbox Series X off, unplug it from the wall and everything. And when you plug it back in, you'll be able to quick resume. Like I'd be able to pick it right back up on the complete saga on the negotiations level that we started up, which is crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video showing off the Series X with the next-gen consoles, and why I kind of think this is going to be the best place to play Skywalker Saga, and really the best place to play Lego games in general with all these new features and the speed and the load times and everything. It's just crazy, and we'll have to see what the Skywalker Saga has with next-gen consoles. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the load times. Do you like these new features? Do you like quick resume? Or do you kind of think, I can live with the Xbox One or the Switch or the PlayStation, whatever you play on? And yeah, so let me know if you got an Xbox Series X or Series S as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Brick Games.